Hello, I'm Scott Whitaker with Arctic Air Services. We started our business from the ground up and grew it based on the service end of the industry. We own over 50 vehicles, which we depend on every day to make our business run smoothly. We know the value and importance of offering great production and excellent service. That's why we choose Connley Buick GMC, because they provide us with the best cars and trucks and have a service department second to none. The next time you're in the market for a vehicle, I highly recommend Connley Buick GMC, where they'll treat you like family.
It's morning again in Palmetto. Today, over 1,000 people will move from other states to Florida. Jobs and industries are rebounding, and so are the housing markets. It is no better time than the present to invest in quality real estate here. A safe and friendly place for your kids to play. A thriving hometown culture immersed in historic districts like no other. A place to turn a house into a home. Palmetto proud. Matthew Guthrie and Associates Realty.
So tell me, what was actually the name of the award? It was you were the #1 stream in the streaming awards. Isn't that correct?
Correct.
Hey guys, Chris Connley here from Connley Buick GMC. Kickoff's right around the corner. Buckle your seatbelts and hold on tight. It's time for some Tiger football.
You're watching TigerVision, presented by Connley Buick GMC. TigerVision is brought to you in part by Connley Buick GMC, Arctic Air, Heinz Law, Duet Pools, Richardson Stenson Roofing, Palmetto Bait and Tackle, Clicking Spree, Garrett Richard, Bull and Tiger Insurance, Coastal Mobile Screens, Burton Trucking, and WB3. Now let's kick it to the booth live from Harllee Stadium from Palmetto, Florida for the Clicking Spree pregame show.
We have another beautiful Southwest Florida sunset on the horizon, and then it's going to be time for some Friday night football under the lights. Here at Harllee Stadium in Palmetto, Florida, we've got a very important 6A District 11 clash tonight as your Palmetto Tigers square off against the visiting Fort Myers Gateway Eagles. I'm Brian Varnador, and I'm joined tonight by my broadcast partner, Ken Burton Jr., Steve Johnson with stats from our Atlanta studio, Tom Porter with tonight's sideline report. You know, Ken, this is not just a regular season game. It's a crucial Class 6A District 11 game, and it's the second district game for both of these teams. Ken?
Yes, thanks, Brian. Good evening, Tiger Nation. This game has huge playoff implications. Both teams sport a second-year coach in Eric Sanders for the Tigers and Charlie Powell for the Eagles. 2 weeks ago, the Tigers won their sixth straight district game for Coach Eric Sanders, while the Eagles lost their sixth straight game to Leonard. A win for Palmetto tonight puts them at a commanding 2-0 record in the district and one step closer to a second straight District 11 title. For Gateway, Brian, a win is absolutely essential to stay in the hunt and will muddle things up if they're able to pull off a win tonight. Both teams have a lot on the line, and that's going to make for a great game.
Yeah, let's start with these visiting Gateway Eagles looking over tonight. They just got off the bus and walked onto the field tonight. Just had to be terrible traffic, but they had a really tough start to the season with a 1-4 record. Their sole win came against East Lee County, and they've struggled on both sides of the ball in their losses. Their offense has been held to single-digit scored in 3 of their 4 losses. However, they have to be hungry for this district win. Ken, what do you see as the key for them on offense?
Well, Brian, for Gateway, they're in just their 5th season of football. They're kind of like Parish Community, a school that's popped up out in East County. And, it all starts for them with their 2 junior quarterbacks, Parker Ellis and Thomas Miller. Whichever one of them is under the center, they're going to need to establish a passing rhythm early. They have some athletic players on the outside who can make plays, but they have been inconsistent with the 35% pass completion percentage. They're going to need to find a way to get their running backs, Daniel Trinidad and Kashid Gaiman, going as well. The team averages 13 yards rushing per game and with just 1 run over 20 yards. Palmetto defense, however, is formidable and will be looking to shut the run game and put pressure on the quarterback, Brian.
Yeah, switching over to the home team, the Palmetto Tigers are coming to this game with a lot of momentum. They have a 3-1 overall record, and they're riding that 2-game winning streak, including a dominant 6A District 11 win by a score of 38-8 over Parish Community in the district opener just 2 weeks ago. Just like our pregame sponsor, the Palmetto offense has been on a clicking spree. When they are really clicking, junior quarterback Matthew Hennessy is having a big season, and Kebron Jones leading a very powerful rushing attack behind that huge offensive line. How can the Tigers' offense capitalize on their success, Ken?
Yeah, the Tigers could easily be 4-0 right now. They've been pretty balanced up until last week when they changed the game plan just a little bit to wear down a very big Calvary Christian team running the ball. There's still a tough defense to prepare for. Hennessy is playing with a lot of confidence, and he's got lots of weapons all over the field with Maurice Carter and Jock Harris. But the real key is their success has been a healthy offensive line, which has been creating huge holes for running back Kebron Jones and Shane Partridge, averaging 5.7 yards per carry between them. The Gateway defense has struggled to stop opponents, yielding 46 or more points in 4 of their 5 games, and the Tigers will look to exploit that with a balanced attack tonight. Look for them to try and establish the run early to set up the pass, putting the Eagles on their heels from the start.
You know, Ken, you and I have been talking about a lot about the offense, but this game will also be decided on the defensive side of the ball. Palmetto last week, was pitching a shutout to the very last play of the game against some of the 2s and 3s. They have been so impressive so far this season. They're just giving up over 14 points a game, and they're led by senior linebacker Paul Moore, number 24. He's just all over the field. Ken, what are your key defensive matchups to watch tonight?
Well, Brian, the Palmetto defense, as you said, impressive, but they have been stifling and they've been looking to take advantage. They're going to look to take advantage of a struggling Gateway offense. It's only scored 33 points all season, 21 of them in their lone win to Eastlake County. The matchup I'm looking for is on the Palmetto defensive front, led by number 8, Kamari Hines, number 9, Chase Henson, and number 99, Zion Lee, against the Gateway offensive line. If Palmetto's defensive line can win this battle, they'll be in the backfield all night. On the other side, Gateway's defense needs to find a way to stop the Palmetto Tigers' high-octane offense. They'll need a big performance from seniors number 2, Ahmad Davis Jr., and number 4, Joshua Morales, to slow down quarterback Matthew Hennessy and his arsenal of weapons.
Yeah, a little toasty in the press box tonight, Ken, but, special thanks to the school district of Manatee County. We have a beautiful field here at Harllee Stadium. The crowd is really filing in, and to our nationwide viewers, it is hard to match the beauty we are seeing here tonight on Florida's Suncoast. Wow, Ken, we are just so lucky to be here tonight. What a beautiful night. It is an incredible night for football.
You know, it really is. It's not quite fall yet, but you can see the early signs. It's only going to get better from week to week. This is what high school football is all about. This game is so important for both teams where they are as football programs. The Tigers want to retain that number 1 seed they were given to this week by the FHSAA in Class 6A Region 3 by staying perfect in their district. And the Eagles are desperate for a district win for Coach Charlie Powell to keep their hopes alive. We're going to see a physical, hard-fought game tonight. I'm ready to see which team rises to the occasion.
Yeah, usually we time this out perfectly tonight with the late arrival of Gateway here. We'll be back in just a moment with the coin toss, the national anthem, followed by the kickoff. Don't go anywhere. Enjoy this great, beautiful night with us. The Gateway Eagles and your Palmetto Tigers are just moments away from a Friday night showdown. You're watching TigerVision as presented by Connley Buick GMC. Ken, looking at the game tonight, it's an exciting game. The crowd continues to file in here. And thinking of, the past performers here at Palmetto High School, I was thinking of old Jalen Wester up there at WKU. And I want to say a shout-out to Rex Robick. It's his birthday up at WKU. His locker's right by old Jalen Wester. And I'm sure they're watching TigerVision tonight from a hotel room up in Missouri watching TigerVision as presented by Connley Buick GMC.
So who are they playing tonight? So they're on the road?
They're going to be on the road playing tomorrow. They're going to be playing against Missouri State.
Missouri State, okay. All right. Is that a conference game?
I believe it is. So it's a big game. So, we want to rest up and watch this game tonight and then be ready to play. Jalen Wester, one of my favorite guys, inch for inch, one of the best rebounders in Manatee County. Now let's take a look at the shot. What we see here from Paradise here, that's a shot of the Skyway Bridge looking to the west of us here. Terracea is out there, and you're going to watch that creep across. There's the Palmetto High soccer field, and here we have arrived in the stadium for this gorgeous Southwest Florida night, Ken.
Yeah, exactly. I think that ride over the Skyway is the most breathtaking entrance into our community. I could do that all day. It's remember doing it as a kid back with the old bridge, and just beautiful. You can see the beaches, you could see the piers before the hurricane last year, and just the whole community. That's what we've called home our entire lives.
And I'll tell you, as a guy that travels the state of Florida, the trip from Fort Myers can be unbelievable. Going to class, ending up out at that time of the day, and making it to Palmetto, some would say, including myself, you can't get here from there. It's an impossible drive, and you could see that bus come in late. It will be interesting to see how this team responds tonight.
Yeah, they looked like they were dressed on the bus, so sometimes on a road like that, I mean, Lee County has the same challenges as Manatee, maybe worse. I mean, they're no different. They're in a fast-growing area, so and that at the end of the day, the traffic in the morning, it's everybody going south. In the evening, it's everybody going north. So I'm sure they caught the traffic around State Road 70 and have it inched their way here.
Yeah, there's just you try to go 41 or 75, and there's just no good way to get here from there. But it's great to see that they made the trip tonight. And here's some of the team captains making their way to the field. You've got Paul Moore, Maurice Carter out there, along with Zion Roberson, and big number 71 for the Tigers, Stephen Aristil, and also number 70, Michael Sanders, 6'1", 300. Impressive group of captains.
I think those are the same cats, Brian, that we interviewed on Media Day, that when Coach we got to interview Coach Sanders. I think they were almost the same group. Those are our captains, and the players look towards for leadership in that locker room. Very important.
Yeah, I remember the days when, a couple years ago, Ken, when you and I were part of the program here at Palmetto High School, and I was always happy when people would refer to those cats from Palmetto, and they were, talking about us the way that we rolled, It's something, and we are the Tigers, and we're facing off against the Eagles. And on paper, as you look at that confrontation, it looks like it should go just about like that. Now, actually, captains are Paul Moore, Maurice Carter, Zion Roberson, and number 9, Chase Henson.
Some pretty impressive kids. We have several kids reading their Twitters, Brian, where they're visiting, going to a game at Florida Atlantic tomorrow on probably an unofficial visit.
And so Lennox Fomby is out there, number 10 for the Eagles, number 14, Trey Smith, one of the captains tonight. The two in the middle, a little bit covered up behind my players. But tonight we're going to have a really wonderful national anthem. But we'll have the coin toss here. Boy, that's a great look here from TigerVision, as presented by Connley Buick.
I mean, I feel like I'm right in there with them. If I could read lips here, I know he has to show the coin, and is it heads or tails, and let the visiting team make the call.
It is a tail. You have won the toss. You won the toss.
So it looks like Gateway has won the toss.
Gateway has won the coin toss. They chose to defer.
They're going to defer, and that should be an interesting choice here with Palmetto's dynamic return game. I noticed their kicker was averaging somewhere between 35 yards per kick, so that's going to be a great situation for the Palmetto Tigers to open up with a big return. As we get set up for the national anthem here a little later here, I looked at the color guard out there tonight, and the flags are being presented by Palmetto High School Junior ROTC program. The color guard is being commanded by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Torres, and the Florida flag is being presented by Cadet Captain Zozia. The United States Guard is Cadet Captain Dorizio, and Florida's Guard is Captain Valesco. And we'll rise here in a little bit for the most important part of the program, which will be the national anthem. But let's look there at the field. As you look at that camera shot that comes in, what you expect to see out of these Tigers, you're going to see guys coming through there excited, doing front flips and round-offs. It's always fun to watch here.
Yes, how many flips are we going to see here? It's just part of the pregame ritual.
Florida flag is being presented by Cadet Captain Zazuita.
And it's good to see that American flag. Where the clock is set up here perfectly tonight. We may be able to get down in distance into the press box. I certainly hope so. But we're going to rise now, remove our hats, and we are going to have the national anthem.
At this time.
Let's go Tigers. What a great job by the band here at Palmetto High School, and you can hear the improvement over the years, in recent years, and we're going to have to eventually get the band director up here and do an interview with him someday, but it's just been fantastic. There's nothing better than the national anthem.
They're the 12th man. You need them playing loud, especially when the other team's ball, that we got the lights going in and out. You got to have all these extra things besides to keep the football team focused and knowing that their fans and their Tiger Nation is behind them.
Yeah, looking at that beautiful Heinz Law Jumbotron out there, the production crew here, the clicking spree guys here during this pregame game are actually running the lights here tonight from behind us, which is the technology behind us, Ken, is so ridiculous. And so, can we have we're running 16 cameras. Can you give us another job? Because we'd like to run those lights. Well, you saw it here. Great job in the back, guys.
Yeah. And we give them like a week to, we ask for something special. We'll give them a week to figure it out. And they generally come through. And I was talking to some of the coaches before the game, and they actually look over to the Jumbotron and watch the instant replays with our viewing audience when there's a close play. So that was refreshing to hear that the coaches are on board with us here.
And we're looking around at the clouds here tonight as we prepare for kickoff. Looks like we've got rain out there to the southwest of us. We've got rain out to the east of us. And so let's just hope that this game doesn't go into a rain delay.
Yeah, exactly. 20% chance of rain, but that means it could very well. When I was up in East Tennessee last week, where they don't have lightning and they don't have lightning delays, 3-hour rain delay for a college football game in East Tennessee. So if it can happen there, it can happen anywhere.
Kicking this one away is Landon Soto here, number 80. Actually, Keegan Lee, he's listed as a place-kicking punter, is going to kick this one off. I look for a big return out of the Tigers. Get a kick out of a beautiful floor from Minnesota Flooring. It is a short kick, and it's going to come up the up-back, Jay Washington over there. And that's actually Jock Harris, and he's going to be tackled. So really good coverage there by Gateway on the opening play.
Yeah, Gateway coming out here strong on that kickoff return. Well covered. You know, you'd like to get to the 30-yard line. You didn't kick it that deep. And, Harris has already taken one to the house for us this year, a kickoff or a punt. I think it was a kickoff, and he had nowhere to run. So Tigers it's like kicking it out of the end zone like what we're used to with our kickoff team, Brian.
So I see the depth. They've got a quarterback out there who's also now playing defensive back out there for the squad. So this team is going to play players in both ways. And they have a huge cornerback over here. He's got to be about 6'3", 190. Very strange. Now he squats down, and Maurice Carter takes that one, and he has got a first down.
Yeah, you're going to probably see they're going to probably be playing all their best players as long as they possibly can to give their best effort here. Just look a quick out pass here. They're just sitting back in a zone, and Hennessy's going to take advantage of that all night with all his weapons he has to throw the ball to.
And number 5, Kamani Brooks, the corner that I just described, I was guessing 6'3", and 180. He's 6'3", 182-pound cornerback.
Yeah. He's a nice little basketball player there.
You rarely see that. And I think we had one in Les Hewitt that was 6'4", but it's rare to see a corner that size.
Yes.
Hennessy looks, and he's throwing the long ball down. He's got a man out there. And
there was a little – did you see the tug?
I did see the tug there that slowed him down.
Got away with one there, and, that's part of the game. You know, you're not supposed to have your hands on. Maybe we can pick it up here. Nice throw. It was right about back there. Oh, I got the wrong thing on there.
Here's what I'm happy to see. Pritchford comes into the game. He's got a new number 14, back here at Palmetto High School. He got a little bit of a tug there. No complaining with the officials. Got back there. He's all about business tonight. Maurice Carter drives forward for a very nice gain on the play gain of about 6. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, Tigers are going to be confident tonight. You're going to probably see them taking chances on first down because they know they're going to be able to run the ball. So if nothing happens, they know they can run on second down, puts them in here in a manageable 3rd and about 4, Brian.
Kieran Jones is in the backfield with Hennessy. He's at pistol depth, and Kieran's running left sidecar. 2 receivers out to the left, 1 single out here to the right. Kieran runs, and he's got a big gain on the play. First down, Kieran Jones.
Yeah, offensive line completely dominating. They must have had 6 or 7 in the box that time. They knew the run was coming, but to no avail. And Tigers easily just running a dive up the gut there, moving the chain, sitting at midfield already.
And you can see the massive disparity. We're looking right down the line in the sizes here tonight. This team had 1 player over 300 pounds, and he's not on the field tonight. And so they're going to face that big nice pass pro. He gets the ball out. He's got a receiver. It's Maurice Carter. And that ball's up. It was tipped and incomplete. They said it hit the ground. Now, I'm throwing in front of that dude. You know, to get behind him, the length that he has. You know, with our receivers, maybe Pritchford will match up a little bit better, but the length that dude has right there, it's going to be hard to throw the long ball over the top.
Yeah, we know our guys can probably run faster, but that height advantage is huge. He would be better to be run. Yeah, he'd be better to run and then stop and come back and get the ball that way, like you said, on the short side of that. So something happened where we have a first down here. Oh, must have been roughing the passer there.
Yeah,
on the
personal foul there. He picked it up on the Arctic Air replay. This time he throws a little, incomplete pass. So he looked for Jock Harris across, kind of a little shallow crosser there, just unable to catch the ball that play.
Yeah, they're sitting back. You're watching them run across the middle there, and just had a little too much English on that thing. 99 times out of 10, Harris is going to catch that, and it doesn't matter if there's a safety there waiting for him.
Now Gateway is drawn offsides. Can't jump across and back in high school, so that's going to bring up a second 5 for the it's actually called a false start on the Tigers. That is unusual because I thought he was across the line, then the Palmetto offensive line moved. And in high school football, once you're across the line, that's a penalty the other way. So 10-16 on the clock here. Palmetto Tigers with a 1st and 17. 2nd and 17. Oh, Hennessy is hit as he throws the ball. Ball is on the ground, still on the ground, and it's going to be recovered by Gateway. They called it an incomplete pass. We'll get to see if that was an open hand there, but great play by Ahmad Davis, Jr.
Yeah, great. Yeah, they need a big game out of him tonight, and this would be a huge turnover if they're given the ball. But you saw the blitz coming, the linebackers shooting the gaps, and pretty much untouched, both of them. And Hennessy did not have a chance.
Let's see this. It might have been open.
Bam.
Hand.
It looked like his arm was moving.
I thought the ball was moving, had an open hand. In any way, whichever way you want to call it, it's going to be a 3rd and long for the Tigers. See if that ball starts to fly out, Ken. Yep. Great job. Yeah, the ball was coming out.
Yep. So got a break there.
Got a break here for the Tigers, and it's being watched by the fans here on the Jumbotron, and it's so quiet here. You could hear a mouse pee on cotton. It's they could see that maybe the officiating crew might have missed that one. Now he throws a wide open receiver. And it's going to be Maurice Carter, and he cuts it to the inside. Tigers touchdown.
As the lights are going in and out, looked like a breakdown in coverage, or they might have been in a cover 2, where that open sideline in the far quarter, there was nobody there, and Carter had to make one move on the safety. And there's not a lot of things he can do in the playbook.
Oh, my goodness! Nice
out and up, and
nice work by the receivers selling that play over there. Fantastic play call.
Yes.
You had one squat down at the first down yard marker, almost a scissors route to the post. Or to the sideline. Beautiful. This time they go for 2, throw the ball out there. It's going to need to break a tackle or 2, and that is your conversion. So for Ace Luther, the big tight end.
Yeah, this is the first time we've seen this year for the extra point. We've got one of the most reliable kickers in the country, but another little thing here for somebody to have to prepare for, in the coming weeks. But a great person to throw to with the target with Ace Luther sitting over here.
Oh my goodness, the way that he lined up there was almost a decoy. Looked like an old sleeper play. Then he has to break a tackle. Number 44 comes up, and that's Joseph Mendez.
And Luther's going to win most of those battles.
Yeah, 2/3.
When you only got to get 3 yards.
235 generally will surpass, 175, 185 pounds.
You're going to win those battles. So a little thing there that's going to make these other district opponents something they're going to have to plan for during their game preparation.
And if you're watching this from Canada tonight, get a kick out of watching Brandon Galloway just absolutely mash the ball 7 yards out of the back of the end zone. So get a kick out of great flooring and great kicks with our friends from Minnesota Flooring.
What was interesting about that kick was it was helicopter.
Yep.
And that's hard to do, kicking off the tee to make that thing do it. But, it doesn't matter how he kicks it. I think he's 21 for 22 coming in on kickoffs, averaging almost 70 yards, which basically means he's kicking out of the end zone every time.
So I did find out that big number 60, Jaden Joseph, I expected to see him in nose guard. He's out there on the offensive line, 6'2", 340 in the middle of the line. Palmetto Tigers with a heavy front upside, nowhere to go. And I love the defensive call there, Ken. That's a lot of bodies across the line.
Yes, when you're struggling with your offense, period, passing and running, they're going to load the box here and just Paul Moore and the linebacking core. They're going to try to pad their numbers tonight and make some plays for this defense. But the defensive line, like we said in pregame, are going to be the ones that are going to be the catalyst tonight in this ball game.
Keep your eyes on number 99, Zion Lee. Oh, great play coming off the edge. So it's going to be a gain of about a yard on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 9.
All right, it'll be interesting to see what Coach Matt Arcady dials up here. We know they're going to be in an obvious passing situation. Does he blitz? Does he sit back in a zone?
I think he's bringing them. So you got Swartz back here. He's in a single high safety, and you've got the
it's like their man
4 linebacker look, and one of them is coming from the end. A little bit of a bail coverage out there on the left. No way.
Yeah.
And that is a nightmare for the quarterback back there. Parker Ellis nowhere to go.
Yep. Keyron Davis with the sack. They're playing man coverage on that. Had everything covered, but it really didn't matter because he was running for his life. So Tigers going to get the ball here in very good field position to start their second drive.
And the good news is you got a pretty good punter back there. The bad news is you've got 2 dynamic returners in Maurice Carter here on the right side of the formation. I expect that one.
Is he back far enough? He looks like he's about 10 yards back.
One of the punters averaged 40, the other one did 35, so it looks like he's high snap. Look out.
Gosh.
And it's going to barely get out of there. Stay away from it, Tigers.
Get away.
And Tigers fortunate there, and the ball is spotted at 34. Flag comes out late. One of the Gateway players just blasted Maurice. Good job by Maurice not losing his head there and keeping his composure. It's good to see.
Yeah, I'm sure they preached to the kids all week. This is a district game. We've got another one coming up. Right after this, you don't want to do anything to get yourself suspended from the most important part of our schedule. So
yeah, it's
about 20 some odd yard punt. So the Tigers are going to have a very short field here.
Gateway's going to back. There's a personal foul on Gateway. And I'm just ecstatic to see Maurice Carter. That's one of those opportunities in a game that's been advertised like this to do something really stupid. And so far tonight, you've seen worse. The guys are playing a clean game. This time in the backfield is going to be Partridge along with Hennessy. Maurice Carter is out there with that big, long cornerback on the right side of the formation. 2 receivers out there to the left. And I believe we have Nazir Pritchford out there wide to the left.
Of course, he had a great season for the Tigers last year, so this will be his first action.
I love this formation. You also have Ace Luther back as sort of a slot back looking there. And then they come across the field. And that's going to be Jock Harris in for 6. You will not catch it.
No, he's still running over to Blackstone. That was just basically a sprint, a jet sweep. Who can beat me to the end zone? There's nobody out on the field that on the Gateway side that can do that. So easy score.
Ken, I love the formation. Something else for the other teams to look at as they're looking at film here tonight. 7:37 on the clock. Brandon Galloway. This will all come down to the long snap and the hold. Ferguson will fire this great snap, and Liam Harold with a hold. And the kick, did it leave the yard, and is it out there on 14th Avenue? Very close to the back fence. That is so far away for an extra point, kid.
Yeah.
It is something that you never see in high school football.
Yeah, in NFL they kick a 32-yard extra point, I believe, from the 15, and I think he'd put him out. If he had to do that, he'd still do the same thing.
Man, what a leg. And if you look at the flag there, the flag is there's absolutely zero wind, extremely high humidity.
Tigers off to a great start here, 15-0, not even halfway through the first quarter.
So Brooks will go back to return this one. Brandon Galloway is going to load up.
Let's see if he can put it in the soccer net over there.
Wow. Wow, he fields it 9 yards deep in the end zone on a high coverage kick. That is one of those Saturday kicks where you want the guy to catch it and he doesn't make it out past the 15. That's just a college kicker on display here tonight.
I was talking to Coach Toma, and he was talking about having him do sky kicks, and he doesn't realize how strong his leg is. Even on a sky kick, he cranks that thing into the end zone. Yeah, it's sitting right there between the R and the S.
In high school football, there are so many games won in the return game. And you would have to be playing in a hurricane, which sometimes can nearly happen here, for Brandon's kicks not to be touchbacks.
Yes.
This time it's quarterback keep, and he gets a nice little gain of about 2 yards on the play for Parker Ellis.
Yeah, it looks like he was going to run some type of an option there, but I don't think the back knew that, or they just just try to run through the A gap or the B gap and just get some positive yardage here. And let's work on getting a first down. Nice gain, puts him at about a 2nd and 8.
So, and really a nice play by Chase Henson there, listed at 245-pound.
Having a great
defensive
season.
tackle. Now this time they're coming with the house, and it's gonna be no gain on the play. It's gonna be a loss of 1, so it's gonna bring up a 3rd and 9.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Chase Henson was right there on the stop, but you saw Paul Moore timing his blitz just on the outside, forced everything back inside where the defensive line was sitting there waiting for him. Great shot of the drum corps right there.
So with 6:25 on the clock, this is a big 3rd down opportunity for Gateway. Out here wide, they have number 7, Aiden Gerardo, and that big cornerback playing wide receiver, Jarrell Robertson. That ball's down and picked up, and he's going to be number 17, amazing Isaiah Tyson.
Isaiah Tyson, we call his name every week. He's having a great season. Playing that outside linebacker. We can pick him up here.
And it's a track meet to the quarterback, and you'll see, it's a race between Tyson and Paul Moore. First guy that gets there is going to have a tackle for loss, but you'll see over and over both guys are in position.
Right there. Just they can't block. They can't block everybody. They're struggling with the defensive line, so that frees the linebackers up. And yeah, it is a sprint to the quarterback.
Jock Harris along with Maurice Carter. High snap.
Good.
Oh, boy, partially blocked. So it's going to be picked up, and that's going to be Maurice Carter. And he's going to be all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Very dangerous play there by Carter. You just don't know how that ball is going to bounce. And there he is, and
hey, if you can though, make a play, make a play.
And actually, the guys around the ball were behind him, but the snaps are very scary. Oh my goodness, there's three guys there.
Probably getting a piece of that one was Mike Rumpf or maybe Zion Robertson back there, but now the Tigers are looking in great shape again. 5:14 on the clock. Tigers with this 15-0 lead.
Yeah, they'll start their third series on, again, a very short field. Almost in the red zone.
And what a job tonight. Kevin Mays here on public address.
Filling in for
Luke.
Legendary Luke Bussell off tonight.
Man, he is greasing it, and he's getting the names and the players, and we're almost doing that simultaneous. And we've had these guys in front of us He's
got
killing it tonight. 5:14 on the clock. Big Luther goes in motion. They roll this one back to him. And this is number 25, Cam Houston. He's come over from Parrish?
He is the transfer from Parrish and getting his first action in red and black tonight, and off to a good start.
And as far as size-wise, it looks like he's he may be a little bit bigger than Keyron and Partridge. Not a thumper, not a big 200-pound bag, but
and actually it played to him like a direct snap back there. And it was a bad snap, but he made the best of it, and nice gain, and a little punishment there.
Oh, wow. This is a scary-looking situation where the defenders are lined up. Hennessy throws it out there. He's throwing the bubble screen, and that's going to be Nazir Pritchford, and he is in for 6. Tiger touchdown.
Welcome back, Nazir Pritchford. In his first action, we saw him last year as a sophomore, having a great season. First action tonight. Wear number 14. Great blocking there by his teammates in the wide receiver room. Easy pitch and catch on the short field for the third score.
You know why he's able to do that? He's getting blocks out there. One thing that we don't give the receivers enough credit for, these guys block out there in space. This time they just a direct swinging gate to Ace Luther, and he is not going to make the conversion this time. So with 4:17, the Palmetto Tigers lead this one 21-0. You know what would be nice tonight, Ken?
What's that?
It is so hot up here in the press box. If we could get Duet Pools to give us one of those spools that they sell, or one of those nice swimming pools there. Randy Holbrook and those guys.
Randy can make it happen.
They would make that happen because it is sweltering up here in the press box. Let's take a look at the last play.
Well, there's Nazir, and let's watch the blocking up here. There's one block right there. There's a second block, and then all he has to do is find that pylon, Cam, and run to it and
look at that block by Maurice Carter out there.
Maurice Carter. That's what's going to look good on college film.
Yes.
When they see him blocking for one of his teammates. Great camera work there.
And I love that Nazir got up. He wasn't yapping. He didn't spike the ball. He didn't spin the ball. Just handed the official. It's all about business night. I'm here to work. So 4:17 on the clock. Tigers really with a commanding lead. Brandon Galloway get a kick out of that beautiful four from Minnesota Flooring. Drives the ball.
Oh, my goodness. It's fun watching him kick.
That's 11 yards deep and another extremely high kick.
And it rolled another 20 yards and went almost under the big screen out there where the players can, the fans can watch our. There's
the shot.
There it is. Yeah, there's the Wilson right there.
And that is the best throwing ball. It's the official ball of the FHSAA Wilson. Nothing spins like a Wilson. And then, I would hate to be a Wilson football and have to suffer through the pain of Brandon, the way he kicked Galloway kicking that ball. It's got to be painful.
Got to be painful.
Oh, he slips and he throws the ball down the sideline, and he's incomplete pass.
Yeah, actually, a good throw, a 50-50 ball there. Great coverage by the Tiger defense. Looked like they were in a man, and he actually had time to throw at that time. Trying to loosen up the Tiger defense here to get some semblance of a game going here. Maybe this will open up the run. 2nd and
10 here. 4:12 on the clock here in quarter one. Palmetto Tigers with a commanding 21-0 lead. 2 receivers on both sides of the formation. Parker Ellis. Oh boy, he throws the screen. Smart play, good design, and it goes for a 9-yard gain on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, when you got a blitz coming, when you're sending, Paul Moore on one side and Isaiah Tyson on the other, you do the screen, and number 23 out there.
Looks like he's got the first down with the spot, so that's going to be a 1st and 10 for Gateway. their first down of the game.
Yep, just a perfectly run screen. You see 23 coming out of the backfield. Easy pitch and catch.
Ball's out. Ball is out, and it's going to be recovered by the Tigers. Scooped up, and they're going to say he was down on the play, so it will be Palmetto Tiger ball.
Yep, the white hat confirmed that. Looked like Zion with a Johnny on the spot there to get that turnover.
And I was ready to give the Tiger touchdown because Zion Roberson, if you haven't watched these Tigers play, and he's getting bigger and bigger as the years roll around. He used to be so thin at his interior linebacker position. And probably, if you look at that, Paul Moore probably was in the backfield there and caused a shaky exchange. But Zion Roberson, he's an incredible athlete.
Yes, I just noticed in him handing the ball off there, a tremendous wingspan, and that, the college coaches are going to love that for a corner. It's an athletic corner.
Oh, nice job by St.
Hennessy.
That's all on the block. Touchdown, Tigers. Pritchford's open, but check out Partridge on this play. Partridge is going to get the defender and ride him around. Hennessy is able to step up in the pocket, eyes down the field. So you got to give a lot of credit to number 7, Shane Partridge. And, Nazir Pritchford with his catch radius and doing what he does is going to make that play 100% of the time.
Yeah, exactly. Just needed a little help there. Let's see if we can't pick him up. He's right there.
Yeah. Check it out.
Check him out. Right there.
And then
just enough. And then Hennessy, that allowed him to step up, like you said, Brian. And then, you just got to get it within that radius for Pitchford. And you're going to see great things. And you're going to see the lights blinking on and off like we're doing right now.
And we'll maybe watch this on the replay, but this is so routine. Brandon Galloway steps in there, fires another extra point through there. But really clean snap by Ferguson, great hold by Harold. But that was a really good snap. And then, of course, with Galloway, if the operation is clean, he's never going to miss that one.
Yeah, he's going to make 100 out of 100. But you are so reliant on that long snapper and the holder. They have to practice just as much as he did getting that ball down. You got 1.3 seconds, and it's all happening so quick. And usually they're yelling at you across the line too to do anything to get you to mess up.
And as being part of the special teams with the Tigers here, it must be difficult to continue to run down that field with Brandon Galloway kicking off and get a kick out of a great floor from Minnesota Flooring. And he hits this one so high.
That's the sky kick.
And it's still 5 yards out of the back of the end zone.
That's what Coach Toma was talking about. Hey, get some air under that thing, if you can get him on the bubble where they have to think about running it back, but his leg is so strong.
That is so silly because I'm sitting here, I'm standing in the press box. I can see the lights up on the football field, and that ball went above my point of view here.
So look at this, Brian. We got this is Red Zone High School. You got 4 games going on here. The Venice, these are all district games. Venice with Lehigh, Riverview, and Sarasota. Interesting matchup there. We're back to live. We have all 4 games going on simultaneously. Awesome.
Another handoff to the left side of the lane, and the Tigers are all over that one. And, a host of Tigers, and that's going to be number 99, big Zion Lee.
Zion Lee, we were talking about him making a difference in the game, him and Chase Henson and that defensive line, and he just destroyed whoever was in front of him, and there he is having a great game tonight. Number 8, number 9, and number 99 on that defensive line, controlling that line of scrimmage on the defensive side.
And those first 2, Henson and along with Lee, blocked 2 field goals last week. Oh, my goodness. And this is going to be a penalty on the play. Generally, that would be some type of holding call, but we'll see. Tyron Harris back there.
Yeah, Harris having a good game in his own right. Let's see if we can't pick him up here. I think this is him right here. Just destroying the guard there.
Looked like we might have had a sideline warning over there. Players excited out there. I didn't see anything egregious over there on the sideline. 2:22 on the clock. Gateway in no hurry here. They have a third and forever. We'll call it 22 yards.
That's great technique there.
Parker Ellis. And it's out. And this time it was Thomas Miller. He's listed as a running back quarterback. You know, he's 160-pound, very tall, but
yeah, they've been using two quarterbacks just to, you know, see if somebody's going to have the hot hand to get their offense, and they just haven't had much luck. That play was going nowhere.
In his pocket, you know,
it's just there is no pocket. It just collapsed. There's Paul Moore.
No,
just have no time to throw the ball. You know, he got it to the receiver's feet, and if they would have completed it, you know, he might have had 4 or 5 yards, and it still would have been short. Now they've been having some challenges here on their punts with the softball arc going here. They got to have it. If it's going to be a strike, it's got to be under 10 feet here.
Keegan Lee. Oh, it's another high snap. And maybe getting a piece of that was number 11 for the Tigers.
He's got a good bounce.
And this is going to be Jock Harris. He's got the ball at the 40. He's got the ball at the 30. He's at the 20. All the way down to the 12-yard line. So now in the red zone, the Heights red zone, are those Palmetto Tigers.
Yeah, I think I think Gateway would have been better off with a partially blocked, because that ball bounced right into Harris's hands, and you could see it. You could tell he was looking at his chops. He was going to try to get to that pylon cam as quick as he could.
Yeah, is that
got
ball?
the punt off. Yeah, it was a nice punt. And look at this thing just bounce right to him there, and then he's just off to the races there. There's nobody there. There's nobody there, and hey, I'm going to get in that end zone.
Man, that's terrifying. Have a Sunday hop like that, and
that was just.
Harris can hardly keep his mouthpiece in there because he's salivating.
This is too good to be true.
This is going to be a big return. Now the Tigers have it knocking on the door once again in the Heights Law red zone. Hennessy looks to his right, throws it out there late. Ace Luther attempts a one-hand catch, incomplete. And we've seen Ace, pull in some of those one-handed catches.
We've watched him do that not only this year but last year. Score update. There's actually college football tonight. Florida State looks like they're on the road at Virginia, down 14-7. And Porter's here not to defend, can't defend them. But there was a couple of options Hennessy had there, but he was going with Luther to make the highlight reel catch there, just a little short.
Now we've got a beautiful look from Doug's hourly muscle drone shot, switching back to camera 4 here to Hennessy. A close-up, tight look. Beautiful, beautiful throw to Maurice Carter. Tigers, touchdown.
Yeah, just a simple slant. And Hennessy, they run that every day at practice. They were running it pregame tonight, and just waiting for a little bit of opening, and just threw it right in there. We'll get a good shot at that. Tigers on cruise control, up 34-0. The cheerleaders are getting a workout tonight with all the scores.
Yeah, it's one of those nights where you don't want to be on the plank doing push-ups here.
Definitely
Tigers,
not. And
34-0 lead here. Oh, beautiful exchange, and this one's up by Liam Harold, and it's good, and he drives it back there. One thing about Liam Harold, he was a leading scorer in the middle of the season last year. He's very, very, very good kicker. He can kick the ball for touchbacks also, and he's young. He's only, I believe, a sophomore. But look at this play here.
Yeah, just a slant, and you just fill in between the two defenders there. Just how you dial it up, Brian.
Great.
Just split the zone. And
now here's your score update. You can see a close one here.
Yeah, this is a big district, Class 7A, and they're at Sarasota High School. Of course, the Rams are the only team the Tigers have lost to in a game we could have easily won. I think they're ranked number 17 in the state Class FHSA in their initial rankings that came out earlier this week. Tigers sit number 1 in our region, which is where you want to be. Number 67, I think, statewide.
Oh, boy. Another high kick, and that one's only 10 yards deep in the back of the end zone. Touchback.
You know, Galloway's had work. He's got to take a shower after the game tonight. He's going to be sweating. You know, sometimes you can get away with that, especially later on in the season. You get out there 5 or 6 plays, and you don't even break a sweat. It's cool, but he'll have to tonight. He's getting a workout.
If you look at him on the field, he looks like a starting quarterback. 6'4", 190 pounds of kicker.
Yeah, you could run him at wide out.
And they fumble the ball in the snap, and it's going to be recovered. So let's see who got back there, get a TFL. You got to get back there and put your hand on that guy on the ground so you can pick that one up.
It's going to bring up a second down and long.
That's the easy way to get you a nice TFL, and I think it was Paul Moore that went back there and got his hand. Let's see.
If we can pick up. First, we got to find the ball. Okay, there's Paul. Okay, did somebody touch him?
Yeah.
Oh, rookie mistake. Somebody touch him. It's like the NFL. You got to touch them when they're down.
I think Paul got him, but it was very nonchalant. Now Paul Moore, oh my goodness. And he breaks out of a tackle, scrambles, and he's going to be brought down for a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up a third, and they called no gain on the play, so third and, wow, 10.
Third, 20?
It says 20 on the clock, but I think it's
look where.
Oh yeah, that's right. Third
they
and
had
20.
The bad snap.
That's right, the bad snap. Good golly.
Yeah,
things are not going well here for Gateway. 30 seconds on the clock. You really want to just let this clock run out here. It's a 35-0 game at half. What's the running clock situation?
35.
Kim? 35.
Yeah, we're in a running clock. First quarter.
Throws a quick hitter out there, incomplete pass.
Screen pass intended for number 7.
Wow. Brings up a 4th and 20, and you have the, Jock Harris is going to be back here returning a punt, and you're nearly kicking it out of off the 5-yard line.
Venice cruising 27-0. That was expected. In that district game, it's going to come down in that Class 7A Venice, and the winner of the Sarasota Riverview game most likely for the district championship.
So as the clock winds,
well, that was they're going to get this punt.
Yep.
And then that'll end the quarter.
What a terrifying situation here for Gateway. Another high, slow snap. And he somehow gets it out of there. And it's going to roll, and that clock's going to continue to wind. It's down to 2 and 1 second. Now it goes to zeros here, so that'll be it for this first half.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the
first quarter.
First quarter, my goodness.
It seems like it's been a half.
Anytime you look at 35 up on the board, wow.
Yeah.
You're watching TigerVision, presented by Connley Buick GMC. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
Now, Ken, we're going to get some first quarter stats rolling here, but let's look at the play live. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. And let's see, rolls to his right. Got a receiver out there, Ace Luther. Looked like they might have had a little route confusion there between the two.
Yeah, Brian, probably one of the only few mishaps tonight. They've been clicking on, as you said earlier, clicking spree with the offense, clicking on all cylinders tonight.
We get a great look here from the Doug's Hourly Muscle Movers and Packers.
Almost going to line up under center.
Partridge is in the backfield with Hennessy. They fake the handoff, flip it out to Maurice Carter. Oh, boy. Should have stayed with his block and cut that one inside. He had big Stefan is out there. 6'5", 330. I think I would tuck in a little bit behind and cut that one in.
Yeah, exactly, Brian. Carter knows he's fast. He knows he's probably one of the fastest guys on the field, but he could hide behind him all the way to the end zone.
Yeah, no corner or safety.
They're not going to see him, and then they got to try to run around him, and he could just go the other way.
Wow, 330 pounds out in front on that one. They fake it to Partridge. They roll it out. Oh, he had Harris, and then he throws it late to Luther. It's a touchdown, and we're going to have a personal foul back here.
Yeah, it looks like they robbed the passer as Hennessy released the ball. Just a little frustration there, but Ace Luther running a slant to the outside, and easy pitch and catch for another Tiger score.
Touchdown Tigers, and that's the way that Kevin Mays is spinning it tonight. We got a little serve and volley. I'm going with Tigers touchdown, and we're going back and forth, man. What a great call tonight. Palmetto Tigers lead 41-0 here in the beginning of the second quarter. And Liam Harold is out there on this one. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is good.
You know, he would probably start on a lot of high school teams.
Well, and what I like about Liam,
but he'll have his time here at Palmetto.
What I like about him, and he's made some excellent holds on some high snaps and those kind of things. He is with the program and with the team. You know, he made the commitment to the team, and he's an amazing kicker, and he really has a lot of those pooch kicks and punch kicks and variety kicks with the English.
And you know, that might be something we may need in a critical situation as the stats pop up here. And, you know, obviously they're going to be one-sided. It's almost a 10-to-1 rate. It's more than a 10-to-1 ratio. The Tigers' complete domination, 164 passing yards, 37 yards rushing on just 4 carries. 201 yards in the quarter. That's on a pace for 800.
Okay.
Of course, we know that's not going to happen.
So what I would like to see here, and this time Galloway's going to kick this one from the 45. I've seen him splitting the uprights from 50 in practice, and so this will be a great opportunity. I hope he, doesn't do any of the pooch stuff or the cute stuff or the driving kick. I hope to watch this one fly through those uprights way up the top.
Maybe he's going to shoot for the top of the locker room.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, brother.
Kick that one above the goalpost.
That one was above the goalpost, right in between the uprights. Wow. That's
what you call a weapon.
Kenny, you and I have been to hundreds of games here at Palmetto High School, including when we were kids. And of course, we go to Saturday games. You were a kicker in college, 2 times national championship punter. I've never seen with a minute left, or minute gone in the second quarter, a 42-0 lead in a football game.
No,
I've never seen anything like this.
I agree. This is first, and this just doesn't happen.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, he should have thrown it.
Yeah. pick your number there. You know, we've got several involved in the play. I'm going to give that one to number 8, Kamari Hines, 6'1", 230 DN.
Having a great game. We'll see why he didn't throw the ball. What was over here that he was looking at? I don't know. Maybe there was just wasn't anybody open.
He was looking for the little middle screen there, and the linebacker dropped. The one guy that didn't come was he was a column right in front of the intended receiver. That is a great
good pickup.
That's a great defensive call there, and that is beautiful. With that much pressure, the one guy in coverage is right on the play.
Yeah, that's just knowing your opponent.
Wow.
Matt Arcady on the call.
This time he throws a little slant and he flew him.
He had him. He had first down. He would have made the first down if he could have been able to connect up there.
And he stops the clock, intended for Gerardo out there. Here's a score update.
Yeah, looks like we're looking in on Florida State has tied it up in Virginia.
So, where's Tom Porter? I thought Tom was going to be the Arctic Air sideline tonight.
He's got to be here to defend his Seminoles.
Did he re-injure that turf toe, or what's going on? He's
could have aggravated it.
Yeah.
Could have aggravated it.
Hope he's doing all right.
Yep.
10:21 on the clock. Oh, boy. Oh, brother. Incomplete pass. Wasn't going to go for anything. Zion Roberson all over the receiver.
Yeah, if the receiver would have caught it, it was just going to be a short gain. So,
and in this blowout of a game, this is one of those where you can just do stupid penalties, and that was another opportunity for the Tigers to get a personal foul on that one.
Yes.
And you can see Henson back there. Just pull up.
Just pull up. It's not worth it. We're going to need you. We still have Lakewood Ranch to play in the district, and then probably the big showdown on the road against Leonard.
So a good matchup over here. Trey Smith, the senior, and Charleston runs off the field. He was going to be out there as a corner. Now flipping things up are the Tigers. Now a late substitution for Gateway after the huddle break. I don't know if you can normally do that. So it's a punting situation. Better snap. And ball steer nearly blocked. Got to get away from that one. It's going to check up there, and there's a flag on the play. That may be your illegal substitution. Roberson picks it up, and he's in for 6. That's a live ball.
Live ball. We'll see what the flag came from the side judge. But another short kick, and they didn't cover it, so he just picked it up, and that's my turn to take it to the house.
Zyro shows that great speed that he has, but that was strange. It looks like they just gave up. They've got a sideline warning.
He's got to one-step that thing to get it out of there.
Let's look at this.
See if we can pick up Zion somewhere. Yeah, the ball's just – there he is. There he is right there. I'm going to get it. It's going to be my turn. I'm going to take it to the house.
You're usually yelling, Pete, Pete, get away from it. And it went right into his hands, and he says, you know what?
He's just running in with one hand. Great shot there.
Yeah, that was not intended to go down like that. So the Palmetto Tigers with a 48-0 lead.
And then Liam's going to kick this one.
Man, he's a good kicker.
Yeah.
Liam's driving the ball tonight, too. Yeah. Great snap by Ferguson.
Doing the holding, as you said, just finding a way to get on the field. If it requires being the holder, I want to be the best holder in the area or the state. But great team player.
Well, the thing is, when you got Galloway, there are as a long snapper and a holder, there are so many people looking at you. People are watching all the burn on this Galloway kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, get a kick out of a wonderful looking floor from our friends at Minnesota Flooring. The good news this year, so far so good on the Hurricanes, Ken. Last year we got hammered. This year we're not replacing those floors, but you got that damaged floor from last year during that 3-week run, a 3-storm run. Just go out and grab one of those beautiful Minnesota Flooring floors.
Yeah, they'll take care of you, and they probably get as long as the ocean stays quiet, they won't get backed up, and they'll be able to move on that pretty quickly for you.
And thank goodness for the running clock scenario, because the Palmetto Tigers are on pace to score.
It hasn't started yet. Maybe it doesn't start till the second
It won't
half.
start again, but, at this point, Ken, 40 points in the first quarter. It's moving like this was one you're going to put 160 points up on the board. This is incredible tonight. This time, look at that.
Oh, it's in his zone.
Perfect.
Look at that.
Perfect kick. Liam Harold with a touchback. He can do it too.
You're blessed if you have a high school kicker that you have one that can get it in the end zone. We've got two, and the kid's a freshman. He's looking good out here too.
It's crazy.
Here's another look in. This is Venice, 27-0. Like they're scoring again.
Venice, playing the overmatched Lehigh team.
We played Lehigh a few years ago in state playoffs. Venice.
Parker Ellis in the backfield. He hands the ball off. Palmetto Tigers just all over that. And he's going to scramble get nearly back to the line of scrimmage. But, Henson on the play, just nowhere to go. Zion Roberson sitting on the outside, squatting down on that. Just an overwhelming defense for the Tigers here tonight.
Colin Hanlon in the game there. I was talking to Coach Arcady, and at some point they're going to get the twos and the threes in there to get them some very much needed playing time with this opportunity.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Look at that. Off the edge, number 17, which is Isaiah Tyson. And then you had the switch was the single high safety. So you give them a different look, and dropping out on the cushion there was number 8. Kamari Hines was out there, on a receiver.
On backing up on coverage.
Oh, Jeremiah Patterson was bailing on coverage, bringing the end off there. Devastating here tonight. The defense just dialing up a great game tonight. 3rd and 13. He looks. Has a little bit of time. Might have had a little holding over there. And this time he throws the ball. Incomplete pass. Took a big shot on that from Zion Roberson. But he did a good job of not dropping the crown of that helmet. You know what, Ken?
Yes. And quarterback throwing against the grain and then having to take a Zion hit there. Just a recipe for disaster. Oh, what a great shot here. See him running across. I think that's Zion right there, and he's just going to come up and make the play.
And he kept that head out of there.
Yeah,
that's so nice.
That's textbook right there. You're watching and you want to be a defensive back one day. That's what you do.
And Keegan Lee is going to be back there and punt this one away. The 5'10" freshman, 165-pounder.
He has had a workout tonight.
Oh, another high, slow snap. Palmetto really blocks that one. And he runs back, and it's going to be a safety. So we'll see who comes up with a block. Look at Maurice. That's
Maurice is calling it.
I love it.
He says, I think that's worth 2 points, Brian. Now, he dropped that thing. He had to go up and get it, but he drops it way out in front, so he kicks it into his same guy right there. And there's just nowhere to go, and you just get the 2 points.
And I'm thrilled to see Maurice back there celebrating the safety. He didn't know I could have had another return.
More stats.
Because it's not always about me; it's about we here in the game of football. And to see Maurice back there, he clearly could have a huge game in returns tonight with as many punts that are coming out of there. But to see him celebrating the success of the D-line, that's just awesome. I love to see it. Now we're going to go for 2.
Going for 2.
Now,
I think he fumbled it into the score. Who was running that? The lights are going off, which is generally a good sign.
I haven't had any signs from the
Where's
officiating
the white hat?
crew.
White hat.
It's a touchdown, Tigers. That is one of the – now, if you wind that one back, that's going to be the biggest delay on a touchdown call that's ever been on live air, and I'm going to be a part of that. That I'm very proud of that.
Set history. Yeah.
I mean, that had to be 15 seconds away from the play.
Love it.
Oh, good hold there. Kick is up by Harold, and it is good.
Like you hit that one into the tent.
And
Here we go, another look in. This is the big game Class 7A Rams. Looks like they going to take a 20-6 lead against the Sailors. I remember that receiver.
Yeah, he's good.
He caught some passes against the Tigers in that track meet a couple of weeks ago. It was 38-35. And the Tigers only loss.
Now, we know this. Palmetto Tigers are, perhaps looking ahead, to where this game will be called here. But Liam is going to be out there and kick this one. Get a kick out of great floors from Minnesota Flooring. So Liam Harold, one thing he has in his bag, he's got those heavy English pooch kicks. And if you look over there, there's a little bit of gap between the 20 and the middle up back over there. He can place that one.
Oh, yeah, like from the 30 back to the 5, yeah.
Yeah, he has the ability for that wicked backspin. He's gifted at it. He's very good. So get a kick out of that great floor from Minnesota Flooring. No, that was going to get out of bounds.
Oh, he just missed it.
Went for the corner over there, and it's out of bounds. So that'll be 1st and 10 for Gateway. The ball will be marked at the 35.
35. I think that'll be their best field position tonight. They have not even made it to the P in the middle of the field. So some game stats. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you for that. Stats coming in from our Atlanta studio, Steven Johnson. Let's look at them, Ken.
Well, okay, here we go. 12 total yards. So I think that's about where they were at the end of the quarter when we looked at it. Tigers just just 5 yards penalties. Just playing a complete game tonight.
Gateway with 1 first down here. And this is we're in the 3rd quarter here, right? Second quarter.
It seems like the 3rd.
Yeah.
Oh, what a nice run down there.
Isaiah Tyson.
Yeah, coming from the outside. Here's another look in. Looks like Virginia has now pulled ahead.
Florida State with a 7-point lead.
Oh, that's Florida. Yeah, that's right. Florida State's on the road, and they were down 14-7 and have scored 14 unanswered points.
Yeah, that Cavalier uniform looks like the Florida State uniform as you look at that.
Yeah, it got me. It got me.
And we're experienced because we go to these high school football fields, and they have the score clock set up, and we'll tie it into our systems, and it will be backwards. As a matter of fact, here at Palmetto High School, it's right tonight. You've got the Tigers on this side and Gateway on that side. Usually, though, the home team – traditionally is on the left-hand side of the scoreboard, right, Ken? Traditionally?
I think so.
Yeah, but here, it faces the Palmetto the Northwest concession stand.
So I think Gateway had a injured player. Yeah, he's getting off the field.
Yeah, and that's
number 50.
Yeah, and that's, he's that 6 foot, 260-pound, been going both ways in this game, center, or actually plays center and guard, so they kind of change him up there on the offensive line. Look at the center there is very thin in comparison to most centers in high school football.
Yes. Yep.
Look for the exchange here. Let's see how he fires that one back there. Perfect snap.
Throw it.
13 draws back.
Oh, boy. Ball's picked off. He's at the 40. And it's Zion Roberson. Needs to make one miss. He takes a loss, but he's down at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, I think quarterback may have tried to throw it out of bounds, but just didn't have enough up on his throw, and Zion just camped underneath of it and trying to make a highlight reel coming back along the home crowd here. But didn't score, but he gets the more important INT. Great job, having a terrific season.
And, Zion gets to celebrate, but that one is set up by the defensive line and the pressure back there.
Yes.
This is not a dirty pocket for Gateway tonight. It's way beyond that. It's filthy, and it's terrible.
It's kind of like that Peanuts character, Pigpen, where he's just constantly got the cloud of dust. That's what his pocket is.
Look at
Across
that
the middle.
route, and it's going to be Jock Harris trying to use that speed. He's at the 10, 5, touchdown Tigers. And the lights go down in the city here, and now flashing here at Palmetto High School. Once again, TigerVision crew behind us, the guys from Clicking Spree, putting on a good show tonight. Unfortunately, the game here, we're just fortunate today to have all those look in from the other games. Ken?
Yes.
Because if you get hung up in a game like this, you can hang right here on TigerVision. It's presented by Connley Buick GMC and see action around the state here on our monitor. It's great.
Yep, you can get all the action in one spot. It's the red zone of high school football.
Liam Harold. A little bit of a low snap. And Hennessy with a hold. Is that right? Yeah.
Somebody has to hold because...
No, actually, that's Galloway back there holding the ball. Right?
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, Galloway.
They probably hold for each other in practice.
Wow. Good hold by Galloway.
Yeah. But this was like playing Madden, against somebody that's never played before. That was so open. He just runs untouched.
He's just too fast. It's like Tecmo Bowl back when they had
exactly.
Herschel Walker or Bo Jackson, and nobody could catch him. And that's what you're seeing tonight. Watch this.
He just runs right around him here. And they
they gave up on the play too.
Yeah, they gave up. They're thinking about the 2.5 hour bus ride back home.
Oh, here's
See
another
how
look.
wide open that is.
That's so.
Somebody must have needed to drop back in coverage. I don't know if they were in a man or zone, but if they're playing zone, somebody needed to drop back.
And when you see a guy that runs with his hand that far behind his pocket,
that's a good thing if he's on our side.
Oh, that's a great thing, and you better change your angles. That's one thing we looked at is a guy broke out. If he's got his hands down by his hips, okay. But if he's got that hand way behind his pocket, you better change your angle because you can't get there.
He's in track mode.
Nice high kick by Harold. It's fumbled.
Oh, my
Ball's
goodness.
live at the 1. And it's going to be.
This is.
Look at the coverage team running sideways, and he's got a little bit of a gain here. He comes out of there and is tackled at the 24. Running for his life was number 7, Aiden Gerardo. Great return.
Just great. You're down 63-0. You muff the kick. The call, the kickoff return call is back to your minutes here. We'll get. So you're going to kick the ball over here. Well, the coverage is on this side of the field. So not only does he muff the kick, he's got to go back and get it, and then run all the way across the field. And he's got everybody chasing him. You don't want to run a kickoff running east and west. And look at him. That's just great hustle.
Yeah,
great hustle.
Finally, number 41, Bryce Sanders with a tackle. This time they have a nice little gain going out of the left side of the formation. Goes a gain of about 4 on the play. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 6 for Gateway.
Yeah, and it's talking to Coach Arcady. He's going to get his 2s and 3s in there where looks like they are getting a great opportunity to play here. Chase Henson's still in the game. He's still got some 1s in there. But they're going to get these kids that come out and do scout team every week and practice hard, get some playing time.
Ramirez is deep, and this time the number 2s look pretty good on that play. Goes for about a half-yard gain.
Yep, looks like they'll have a 3rd and short. I think they have 1 first down tonight.
Zion Lee still out there. And, a good look is –
look at that. That's just
Jagar Sanders, number 84. He's an interesting piece. He's 6'4", 220-pound junior. And he would be –
You want to get kids like that some playing time because
you don't lose anything there.
You don't. Yes.
That
you get an injury, you're going to need somebody to step up. And There's another look in at that same Florida State Virginia game. Going back and forth. It's into the second. You're getting close to halftime, and another score.
So we got ourselves a really tight one there.
Yeah, that was going to come down whoever has the ball last. The way that thing's going. 25-yard TD run as the clock's getting ready to run out. Hey, there's your cousin.
Well, there's Dwight Andrus and Tim Spears. Tim played with me down here. His grandson is Ferguson. This is a backup quarterback, long snapper, very adequate quarterback. And Tim and I played next to each other together.
Tim was a offensive lineman and during the Hastings era there, and did great for the Tigers.
And I talked to Tim, and he said, he got roped in. Hey, would you like to volunteer and coach Pop Warner football? Or over there. And okay,
well, you need that.
Well, and it turns out volunteer means you are the head coach.
Oh,
you are alone, but he was very blessed. He coached up Rich Robick. So Tim and I played together. And Rich is a great friend of mine.
Yes.
And Tim ended up coaching Rich Robick, called the Munster Man. Let's go. Here's some TigerVision trivia. Read them for me, Ken.
Okay. LeJontay Wester, a name from the past. How far was his punt return for a TD against the Indianapolis Colts in a preseason game back on August 7th? You had 4 choices there. We'll have the answer back here shortly.
Great.
Looked like they deflected the pass.
Yeah, great play by number 34 for the Tigers, and that's Josiah Washington, 6 foot, 200-pound sophomore. Yeah, and we would be remiss if we don't mention the Wester family. So good to Palmetto High School here. And to think that Rich Robick, his kid Rex, birthday today, is in a hotel room in Missouri with
Jalen.
Big baby Jalen Wester, getting ready for a game up in a hotel room in Missouri.
Missouri State, right?
Yeah.
Yes, so, big conference game.
And I have to say that we have sampled the WK uniforms here. If you look at them side by side with the red flake in the helmets, very similar to WKU here at Palmetto High School. Here's a knuckleball of a kick. And bailing there. Probably a smart play.
Just to get away from it. Our worst field position all night, which is actually in a normal game, very good field position.
Charleston Hamilton got a pretty good lick on one of the coverage guys there, and Coach Sanders talking to him over there. Maybe not necessary, but I don't think he really knew if the guy caught the ball or not there, Ken.
So, how far was it? A, 91 yards, B, 87 yards, C, 79 yards, or D, 84 yards? It was a long return.
I know what it was.
Stay tuned for the answer, and it is 87 yards. That doesn't happen in the NFL very much.
And it looked like.
And here we go. Here we go. We've seen this so many times when he was wearing the red and black. Here he is.
And again, he's got an alley. Wester at the 30. 2 men to beat. Wester could be gone.
He's gone.
Midfield and rolling. And the rookie 6th-round draft pick will take it to the house.
Touchdown, LeJontay Wester.
How many times have we seen that?
Many times.
There he is. We are so proud of him, and
it was surreal. We just had a great run by Keyron Jones down the sideline, and we'll be hyping him doing the same thing for Keyron here in the future. But the Wester family, I think Laquita was there, and she said that he had a 17-yard return on the first punt.
Yes.
And then I got so excited, turned the TV on and watched that. And when he made that first cut in the little stiff arm, I watching it home, I said, he gone.
He's gone. We've seen that before.
Yeah. Players got to play, and players make play, and that's why we do what we do here on Tiger Fights. Keyron Jones shows some stupid quickness to turn a 3-yard loss into a 3-yard gain. So number 3 for the Eagles was Logan Cargile, listed as a wide receiver tight end. Looked like they lined him up on the inside of the line. pretty good size out there with old Lucas Lim out there. He's listed as that's that undersized center that I talked about, 185 pounds, 6'2". He's trying to use that quickness on the defensive line. But, man, that's a tall task over there. And this time, Kieran Jones drives all the way down to the 15. So now we are in the Heinz Law red zone.
Yeah, you're just going to – I don't think we're going to see Hennessy throw the ball anymore tonight. Just running right through. There's people around him, but there's nobody hitting him.
Ken, I don't know. You got number 12 over there, which is Jay Washington, and that safety's going to shade this side of the field. You might run some kind of skinny post off the fake, but this time they just run. And this is a team that is kind of given up out there. And Kieran Jones goes for 6. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, halftime can't get quick enough here for them.
This cannot.
This is just.
This cannot be going into half.
And again, like we said in the pregame, their last 3 games, they haven't scored a point, and they've given up a minimum of 44 points.
Coming on late is Chase Henson. D-tackle is going to be out there on the wing. A nice driving kick by Liam Harold. It is good. Good hold by Galloway. Good snap by Ferguson.
Interchange them kickers with Holden, and same result every time.
I don't mind that. One thing, to see the long snappers playing defensive line or something like that where you get your hands jacked up during a game, that's kind of a scary situation. But, you can see that those guys are really working together. The Tigers here with a 70-0 lead here. And it's just hard for me to fathom this is the second quarter.
Yeah, I don't. I know I've been in some games here where we were on the other end, and but never anything this bad. I mean, we know going in it was going to be a running clock game, but that was we're into the third. If the running clock is 35, we're in the second running clock, so maybe it can run twice as fast when they kick it on. To really get this game going.
Get a kick out of that beautiful floor from Minnesota Flooring. Nice kick. Aiming for the quarter. That is a perfect kick. Liam Harold, touchback.
Yeah, he likes that corner. I don't know if Coach Topa's got him just kicking over there because I want you to work on that. He's getting some good foot on it, and
he does. What Liam has from watching him prior, he'll kick it right for the pylon over there. We may pick that up on the pylon cam, but he'll kick it to that corner over there. And then eventually the returners will set up in that quarter, and then he'll do that pooch kick with all that English to about the 12. And it creates a live ball situation. Once they've seen that, which they've seen 3 times now,
yes.
And 2 out of 3 of the kicks in that corner have been touchbacks. Great job by Liam Harold.
Ball handed off, and he is met.
Goes for a gain of about 2 yards on the play. Tackle there is made by number 32, Dominic Rector. I heard that the tackle was Glenn Davis, and they also call him Big Baby. I wonder, Jalen looking in.
I wonder if Jalen approved that. He might have it trademarked.
Oh, boy. Nowhere to go on this one. No gain on the play. Easy out there, Tigers.
Yeah, I think he tripped over the yard line, hash mark.
3rd down for Gateway.
I remember Moody Johnson, Mark Sousa, and those guys lining up this field with all the rains. And, in the mornings and the afternoon would come by, they'd have to do it all over again.
They were so proud. It was immaculate, but it's a lot of work.
And I bet you they were happy when this new field came in, not having to deal with that. 70 points for the Tigers. Gateway throws the long ball down the boundary. Got a man, and he makes a beautiful catch.
Nice catch.
And the ball is caught on the 45-yard line, and that is Jaden Hart, the 6'1", 160-pound receiver. Well-thrown ball, outside shoulder, sideline. Pretty decent defensive coverage, but that was just a well-placed throw.
Yeah, that might be the best route where there's been somebody on the defender, and he still made the catch. Great job there. They've actually on Tiger's side of the ball.
Parker hands that one off, and he goes for a gain of about 2 on the play. That's number 15, Thomas Miller. You know, the quarterback, running back, athlete. So they got a little, 2nd and 8. Not bad here. And, I really love the look of number 5 out here wide, and that's going to be Kamani Brooks. The cornerback is now playing wide receiver. He flips into the backfield back there with Parker Ellis. This time he flips it out there, and there he is.
Yeah.
Shows good speed, big hit. He's going to be about 2 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, tall, lanky receiver, decent athlete. Just getting him the ball and trying to keep this alive.
I love that name, Charleston Hamilton. Man, that's
a good football name.
That is a awesome.
Watch this hit coming up right there. Bam.
So now 3rd and 3. This is 2-down territory for Gateway. Kamani Brooks in the backfield. He gets it. They try to strip it from him, and they're going to give it to him. They're marking that one with a 70-point.
Quarterback's lobbying maybe they gave it to him.
Human nature.
The white hat said move it, give it to him.
Human nature. He may have been a little bit short there, but when you're down 70 with 1:49 on the clock, it is.
So we got the quad box going again here. So it must be homecoming at Venice, 41-0. The Rams, that game in Sarasota is still 21-14. And then down here with the Mooney and Bishop Verreau, 49-7. I thought they were playing Bayshore.
And Bishop.
No, that was Booker. I'm sorry, Cardinal Mooney, and that's a big district.
Who do they got? Is that Bishop Verreau?
Bishop Verreau.
Bishop Verreau is a good team.
Very good. 2 very good small school programs that are statewide recognition, and then of course the commercial on the college game there. I mean, we're doing a high school broadcast and we got a quad box going. That's just amazing.
Non-paid sponsor, I got the little look at the Cheetos commercial.
Yeah, making me hungry.
So, that's the Florida State look in there off that lower right corner. But I really love this, too, especially in a game. Every time we roll into a game that's 70-0 at the second quarter, I would highly encourage this, Ken, right?
Yeah, definitely. LaJonte Wester NFL highlights. Have a player down here. Hope he's okay. Tigers chilling out on the defense there. Matt Brazelton, longtime Palmetto coach, coaching them up. Everything's good on the sideline. Starters got their baseball hats on now, and
that's a great shot.
70.
I don't know how you guys in the back did that, because those lights on the scoreboard, usually when you try to record those with the camera, so not only are we dialing that shot in up there, but they're also filtering down. It's like they're putting the sunglass layer on that thing.
Yeah.
Incredible. They're so talented behind us.
Here's some game highlights. Hennessy.
That was a fumble, called incomplete pass.
Yes.
Got a break on that one. And Maurice Carter.
It would take 10 minutes to run through all the touchdowns. You got 10 of them. That's usually 2 or 3 games worth. Great defense.
And block punts.
Just complete offense, defense, kicking game, complete domination.
That's Nazir Pritchford. 2 catches for touchdowns in a row.
That seemed like an hour ago.
Fans, let's put
Man.
our hands together for number 60,
Oh, no.
Big tight end with the catch there.
Yeah, big number 60. Jaden Joseph listed at 6'2", 340. And they brought the card out there for him, and you know what? He said, I'm not doing that. So showing a lot of courage here. A lot of us would have taken that easy cart ride, but he said, no, I'm walking off this thing. And looks like he's going to be okay over there. He looks like he just got rolled up on there. So Gateway now has a 1st and 10, ball's on the 35. Man, you got to love the look at this number 5 out there.
I like him. Brooks. I know you've been raving about him on the defensive side. Caught that pass a few minutes ago as our camera guys.
Yeah, nice route, and he catches it. Really, and he shakes off a tackle. Now he's just shy of the 20-yard line, and they're going to spot him down at the 22. I thought he rolled over our player. It is a 1st down, but I thought maybe he had a yard and a half more than that.
You're in the red zone here right before half.
In the Heinz red zone, knocking on the door here are the Gateway Eagles. In the backfield is Thomas Miller along with Parker Ellis. And he throws it out there. And there's that big receiver again. And he does a great job, does Brooks.
He's going to score.
And he's all the way to the 7. So really good play by Brooks. And he's I've been very impressed with the look of that kid. And he's been playing corner.
Yeah, he's been going both ways, still showing a lot of energy here. And they've got clock management here. They are 1st and goal. Clock's running 50 seconds. They've got to get as many plays as possible in here to try to score.
And I'm throwing a back shoulder fade to him out there. This time they
do a keeper.
He's trying to get there. Palmetto Tigers hustling to the sideline. Keeps him in bounds. The clock continues to wind here.
Got to call a timeout. Yeah, the referee. They're just letting it run.
They're letting it run.
They've got timeouts.
So now the clock is down to 16 seconds. Finally, a timeout.
They let 25 seconds run off the clock there. Now, granted, you don't need a lot of time. 17 seconds, you can run 3 or 4 plays with that. So. Here's another look in. So Venice is coasting that Class 7A. Look like homecoming. Down below it, looks like another score. I think that's the Mooney game.
And that is not an incorrect score that you're seeing here. If you have a look in here at Palmetto High School, it is 70-0. Gateway knocking on the door. Can you believe that we are in the second quarter again?
No, I could see. I've seen games where it's been 70-0 at the end of the game, but not at halftime.
No. This time they fake the handoff to left. He rolls to the right. He's going to throw one late in the end zone, and he's in for 6, and that's number 7, which is Aiden Gerardo with a catch.
Yeah, just a rollout to the right by the quarterback, just trying to buy as much time as the half's getting ready to run out, and made a nice catch right there in the corner. Maybe we'll get a replay. They're celebrating. That's the first score in 3 or 4 games for them. So great job, Gateway, taking it methodically down the field. It started with that big long play. They're going to do a PAT here. They haven't done this in a while, so let's see what happens.
So Parker Ellis will hold the ball, and the kick is going to be by Keegan Lee, running one in late. So the snap is slow, but it's there. Low driving kick. And
would have the soccer net.
It was a driving kick like I used to see as a goalie in soccer. It was kind of at that 8-foot level, drove it underneath the crossbar. So Gateway with 6 points on the board. We're going to have something exciting here. We're going to have the answer to a trivia question here.
There's the touchdown.
There's the touchdown.
It's like he got his foot in right around there. Great camera work. So, oh my goodness!
Oh, look at that! Is that one of the most terrifying things you've ever seen?
That's our radio faces, right?
Yeah. We're made for radio. Thanks for looking in here, guys. Let's get it down to the field. Let's spare our audience here and get it down to the field.
We want to keep the numbers up, not down.
Yeah, the viewers are starting to pile off here. Throw some good.
It's not our. They didn't have to do that.
Yeah, thank you for the kindness back there in the press box. And we are now to the football field here. Get a kick out of that beautiful floor here from Minnesota Flooring.
The 9 seconds looks like the Tigers just got 3 up front. They've got players all over, so somebody's going to get to run this kick back. They got them spread out all over the field.
Oh, there's no holes out there.
There are no holes.
Keegan Lee. Palmetto runs one in there late. And so that one is going to check up and work its way out of bounds. Ball will be spotted at the 35-yard line. Palmetto Tigers with 9 seconds left in the clock.
There goes the flag. Illegal procedure. First 10, 9 seconds on the 35-yard line. I think they just take a knee here. What do you think?
I would guess so. And you can see a great shot of the fans there from the sideline. And looking at the Gateway group over there, early on, those parents had to make the trip. Looks like a group just of parents have made it to the game. And then the rest of the crowd at Gateway just didn't have the courage to make the trip and make it all the way to Palmetto.
Well, they knew the game was going to be streamed, so it didn't have to fight that I-75 traffic. So, but yeah, when you're down and your team's struggling, it's they just decided to stay home.
A low snap, and it's going to be down. Oh, there's a late hit, so that you can't.
That is the second time on number 1,
and you
cannot.
You cannot end the half with a penalty. I guess the Tigers could decline that. So as the clock goes to zeros, your Palmetto eking out a margin here, 70-6 going into halftime.
Yeah, complete effort, probably the best you could ever imagine and want to. Big Kane Hannaford there.
Yeah, Big Kane. Ken, you and I played a lot of hoops with his dad.
Yes.
Rex.
He was fun to play with.
He was fun to play with. He was about 6'6" and 340, 350.
And people would just bounce off of him, and he'd get fouls called on him, and they were mauling him. But it didn't matter. It was so fun to feed him the ball.
Oh,
you knew what was going to happen.
He was a great one.
Got that couple of bounces real hard, and then he was just going to do his little jump hook. Okay. I don't think that's right there on the passing yards for them, but regardless, 300 yards halftime, unheard of. That's why he got 70 points.
And the penalties
is also impressive. The Tigers have played a very clean game.
And once Johnson has told me we've got the updated system where he's feeding all the information in, and there's some kind of delay or something. But that is so awesome that in the next week or so we get into big game time. It's going
to look really good.
It'll look really good. Yeah. But man, what a shot here for TigerVision as we go into the Richardson-Stinton halftime show. And if you look, Palmetto's defense is like being underneath a Richardson-Stinton roof during the middle of a storm. I mean, they are really, they Gateway had success here on the last possession, but prior to, letting some of the younger players play, lights out performance by the defense tonight.
And Matt Arcady he did not care if a game was going to happen like this, if Gateway scored like they did. He just wants those kids to play. They need to get their reps. They're there with the starters, and we're going to need these kids down the line, possibly in the playoffs. Injuries happen, and It's great to get to cover them as well tonight.
So, Ken, going back to our history, you ever seen anything like this in a high school football game?
Not in a high school game. I mean, obviously blowouts, and we've had some blowout games like where it gets hard to call the game, because it's not fun. It's not a interesting game. College games, yes. I've seen games like this, but the band comes on to perform.
Nice looking size band tonight.
Yes.
From Gateway. The band, I think, arrived here on campus a little bit prior to the football team. And
probably like 5 minutes before, and they don't have to do anything until halftime, but they're here to perform. So hopefully get to see both schools to perform tonight, because they put the time in as well, putting on these shows, and recognition is definitely warranted.
And let's get a quick look in from some of our great sponsors, Ken.
Okay.
You're watching TigerVision, presented by Connley Buick GMC. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
You're watching TigerVision, presented by Connley Buick GMC. TigerVision is brought to you in part by Connley Buick GMC, Arctic Air, Heinz Law, Duet Pools, Richardson Stenson Roofing, Palmetto Bait and Tackle, Clicking Spree, Garrett Richard, Bull and Tiger Insurance, Coastal Mobile Screens, Burton Trucking, and WB3.
Hello, I'm Greg Ellie of the Prosperity Group. Do you have an annuity? You hear a lot of things in the internet about annuities. You hear how bad they are, yet about 80% of people have some form of annuity. Many of you have an annuity that's probably over 2 to 3 years old. Did you know that right now you could refinance that annuity and potentially get higher guarantees, greater income, even if you've already started income? If you want to learn about it, go to mymoneyissafe.com.
It's morning again in Palmetto. Today, over 1,000 people will move from other states to Florida. Jobs and industries are rebounding, and so are the housing markets. It is no better time than the present to invest in quality real estate here. A safe and friendly place for your kids to play. A thriving hometown culture immersed in historic districts like no other. A place to turn a house into a home. Palmetto proud. Matthew Guthrie and Associates Realty.
Hello, I'm Scott Whitaker with Arctic Air Services. We started our business from the ground up and grew it based on the service end of the industry. We own over 50 vehicles, which we depend on every day to make our business run smoothly. We know the value and importance of offering great production and excellent service. That's why we choose Connley Buick GMC, because they provide us with the best cars and trucks and have a service department second to none. The next time you're in the market for a vehicle, I highly recommend Connley Buick GMC, where they'll treat you like family.
Hey guys, it's Alan Connley from Connley Buick GMC. Halftime's almost over, so make sure you stay tuned. Go Tigers!
Give another big round of applause for your Palmetto High Marching Band. Once again, I'd like to give another big shout out to our sponsors, Popey's Restaurant, Hardball Law, Aldridge and Ansbro Flooring, Gulf Coast Cart, Lexus Automotive, Johnson Homes, Neary Law Group, TigerVision, the PA3 supporting athletics and academics at PHS. Palmetto High Athletics would like to say thank you. If you want to sponsor Palmetto Athletics, please reach out to our athletic
get your music,
director.
get your sticks, cases, instruments. Please do not
Also,
forget
we
your
would like to
instrument
give
here
a
at Palmetto.
huge
That would
thank you
not be
to
good.
Coastal Orthopedics
That would need
for their
doubling up.
partnership in keeping our student athletes healthy and playing.
Yarrow, you need to take Yarrow to my left. First base. Let's go, Palmetto. Let's move with a purpose. Let's get these 8th graders home. Lost my water bottle. We want to go home. 8th graders want to go home.
Alright, hey, we're going to get you out of here, but hey, Lincoln and Buffalo Creek, thank you for coming out tonight. Thanks for playing with us. Hope you had a ton of fun. We hope to see you soon. Thanks for being great sports. That was a long time to wait through. That's not a normal thing to happen. So just know that wasn't completely normal there. But thank y'all for being here. Thanks for coming out. Yes, thank you. Woo!
Tiger fans, we are back for the second half of this ball game.
Back for the second half of the ball game here. Palmetto Tigers with a commanding 70-6 lead at halftime. We're going to have a running clock here in the second half, but the question is, I've seen it done with Coach Farnador, Abel, and basketball. I've seen them bust the clock, what we would say. But it potentially, if this goes like this, we might bust the clock here on the football dial. I just have never seen anything like it.
Yeah, I don't know if we can score with a running clock. We can score 5 more times, unless they went for 2 every time. That'd get us to 102. But I think the running clock, we might get close. We'll just have to wait to see. But we just need to get this one over with.
Liam Harold with a high driving kick, and he kicks it 3 yards deep in the end zone for the touchback. How about that?
Yep, your backup kicker has now put 3
out of 4.
The other one, he got the flag on, but 3 in the end zone. There, we got to look in.
To the cut.
Welcome, cut.
There's the watch party, and if you've never been to the cut, guys, if you like to play a little golf, you can get in there and you can play any golf course that you choose. Bring your clubs, get down there. They've got the simulator. What a fun place, and I hope that you did get a kick out of Minnesota flooring here on that last kick. Now it's 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Running one off late, so 2 receivers out to the left, 1 single out to the right. Hands the ball off to the back. That Tiger defense remains stout. The numbers are changing a bit, but the results are the same.
Yeah, just almost like a little draw play. You think they're going to come out and pass as we still going back into the watch party there now, back on the game.
Yeah, Jager Saunders, that 6'4", 220-pound D end, had a little inside stun, and they throws a high ball down the sideline. It's going to be picked off by the Tigers. Man, what a play over there.
Yeah, Parker Ellis just threw a pair up, and
Tristan Ramirez on the play.
Tristan Ramirez playing center field out there. Look, he just, first of all, it's a bad snap, and he just throws up a prayer, and you'll just see him out there just camped out, wait for it.
And man, he did a great job hanging on to that ball. The receiver did a pretty good job trying to rip that out.
Yeah, that was actually the best part of it, that he went up there and had to go up high, but also had to fight off the defender for the ball. Great job. He can tell his grandkid or show his grandkids that one day.
And that's the second play that we've had with Tristan. He had one where he was up at 35 inches in the air. He's got some hops back there. Partridge takes the ball, drives forward, goes for a gain of 5 on the play. Clock will wind, and it's 10 on the clock.
Yeah, it's going to move. There'll be a couple of series, and then we'll call it a night. But we haven't seen much of him tonight running the ball. Hopefully he'll get some time here to get him some respectable stats.
Okay, so we got a quarterback change. Hennessy is no longer in the game. I've heard some good things about the quarterback. Low snap. It's going to be picked up with Partridge. Drives forward, drives. He's got a first down. Give it to him.
Now, that was all on his own. That was a muff snap. And almost a direct snap as we do a look into that Florida State-Virginia game. Virginia taking the lead, 28-7-21. Whoever scores last is going to win that one.
And I've been to a lot of stadiums, mostly SEC stadiums, and that's one that I have never been to, but I've heard that place gets really, really loud and fired up at night. They're a big part of the game.
You should go.
Yeah,
you've been to every one except that one, right?
This would be a good year for that. Partridge drives forward, no gain on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Now, quarterback in the game is number 29 for the Tigers, and I've heard great things about Jabari Sanders.
Yes, I have too.
I've heard that his escapability and then his legs out of the pocket, that he can make plays. So good to see him up with the varsity group. Good tackle there by number 2 on the play, and that's Ahmad Davis. We've called his names a couple times tonight.
Yeah, we talked about him in the pregame having to need a big night.
Partridge again bounces it outside. There's really nice play by number 15, Thomas Miller. Thomas, he's played quarterback. He's played running back. Now he's out there.
He's probably been on some of the special teams too, no doubt. Partridge looked like he was heading easily into the second, possibly the third level there on the sweep, but Miller came up and made a great play.
Good gracious. Senior Anthony Hill, number 88, wide receiver. What size out there to the boundary? Partridge drives forward, first down. Great blocking up there.
All start up the gut on that one. He was running at a 45-degree angle on that one, leaning over.
Yeah, really good blocks there by Ethan Piles on the play.
Look at that. Oh, nice block right there. But just
how about that?
Running backwards, still moving his legs, churning. Love the effort.
And looks very good.
He wants a touchdown. And he knows he's got to be quick here about it.
Yeah. Partridge again, running, driving. And he goes for a gain of 11 on the play. First and goal from the 9 Palmetto Tigers once again in the Heinz Law red zone.
Now this is your number 2s on that offensive line as we get a shot of the cheerleaders. But that was one of those holes, Brian, you and I both could have run through. Not like that, but
I give you 4 or 5 out of that one.
We could get 4, not like
not 11,
not like 11 like he did, carrying a few people.
So the Palmetto Tigers call a timeout, and that will result in the stoppage of the clock here, 6:23.
That's one of the few things that can stop a running clock is a timeout. I think that might be it.
And I like the clock here at Palmetto High School now. What an improvement over the things that we've had in the past. You've got the football that shows the possession arrow, but it has a little football up there. That's a good look. The Heinz Law Jumbotron is looking in beautiful form over there in the end zone. We're looking at the Doug's hourly drone shots. We're about to be the area of the field where we may pick up a pylon cam. So it's just a great night to have the talent behind us here tonight, Ken.
And then we're looking straight down as the drone moves upward.
I love that look.
Yes. You can see the holes open.
They make it so at low snap, and he's going to take the knee on that. We're going to let the clock wind. And, when you got a young quarterback in there, you're doing the right thing. Sanders wanted to put some points on the board, but Palmetto is starting to run the clock out here in the beginning of the third quarter, really. It's been running.
Yeah, see if he does that again, and maybe they'll try a field goal here or something.
Yeah, I would. You know what I'd do? I'd go all the way to 50 and let Brandon kick one.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Set a school record and kick one a 60-yarder here.
Yes. Yeah, I think he's only had one field goal this year. I think it was like 30 yards.
Right.
And we might need him to make a long one. You just never know, but maybe to get a shot.
I'd get in punt formation and punt 2 of these and down them. The next time the first down out there, and let's see him crank a high school record tonight. It's here. He could do it. There's Partridge running wide, drives forward. Nice gain on the play back to the original line of scrimmage.
So we got the try box going again, Brian. Cardinal Mooney again cruising against a very good Bishop Verot team, 49-14. Riverview pulling away, still undefeated. We'll get a big district win, it looks like, against the Rams. And then, of course, Venice probably on a running clock with Lehigh.
High snap, Partridge takes it, drives forward, driving forward, getting a little push there. Little help, though, and that's going to be a Let's see, they're marking that one for a change of possession
It's
here.
going to be a turnover on downs for the Tigers. 1st and 10 for
Yeah, I think that's very wise of Coach Sanders. 70's a good night.
Yeah, and it's very good sportsmanship not to just roll it up, tonight.
And we're back at the cut right there before you get to Sneed Island.
Looks like Bob Bustle and Jeffrey Higgins are dialed into the game there at the cut. Hello,
Yep.
guys.
Jeff Higgins sporting his Palmetto football hat.
We like that. I prefer the camo P as one of my favorites.
Yes, I've thought about wearing mine.
Oh, nowhere to go.
Who was that?
Number 23 is
That's
number
50, and that is
call his name out, Brian.
It's Jamarius Thomas, JT. JT is clogging up that line of scrimmage, man.
Just a junior getting some quality snaps here. Not too much action at the press box. I mean, not the concession stand, my bad. Oh, gonna get a safety.
Oh, here we go.
Please no.
They're gonna now. Actually, you've got to get the ball all the way across the line. It doesn't have to break the back of the plant. I don't think he got that one all the way. It should have been a safety.
Are they marking him at the
one? Okay.
Yeah, 1 or maybe the 2.
That was a good spot.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, they needed that spot.
Good spot because his knee was down. He was starting to stretch out, but you got to come all the way out of that end zone shot. That was probably a good opportunity for our pylon cam on that play.
Yeah, pylon cam's been silent tonight. The 3rd and long here.
Throws a little quick hitter out there, trying to break a tackle or two. Good play by number 29 for the Tigers there, and that's Jabari Sanders. And that is actually number 23 for the Tigers, and that's Mickey Allen.
Good to call his name. Get again another Tiger getting some quality snaps here tonight.
Tigers not even putting someone back here with 4th and 13.
Yeah. They may not even rush him. They may just let him kick the ball.
And I would do that.
Yeah.
And I would take 3 knees, and I would let Brandon kick the ball from the P out there. Hopefully gets a good
hopefully he can flip the field here.
Just to set a high school record.
He shanked it. Oh, he took a backwards bounce. That's just been the story of the Eagles night here.
Good hustle there by Michael Humphrey, the Mike linebacker fullback out there, 5'9", 165 pounds, hustling down the ball. They've been lazy and remember the one return in the first half. But here's a look in.
Here's a look in. Looks like Florida State, number 0, tying it up. My goodness. That one's going to get, I keep saying it's going to come down to whoever has the ball last.
Only 18 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter of that one. I have a feeling we may have lost our sideline reporter, Tom Porter, to that ball game tonight.
He wouldn't do such a thing. He's a Palmetto alumni with a PhD.
40 seconds on the clock for the Tigers. This time they hand it off. Oh, nice little cut and a good play in the backfield by number 52, and that's Lucas Lim. Still out there. He's been playing center. He's been playing defensive tackle. It's deep into this game, and he's been out there for just about every minute played.
And that was Cam Houston on the carry, the transfer from Braden River, running back, getting some action. I think he was in earlier for a little bit.
And as the clock goes to zeros here at the end of the 3rd quarter, we're going to have a flip the field. Steve Johnson said, it's not Jeff Higgins. He just sent me a text from Atlanta saying that's Johnny Littlefield over there by Bob Bustle.
Okay. Well, we were close.
Yeah, close.
It was a...
You're watching TigerVision, presented by Connley Buick GMC. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
It's morning again in Palmetto. Today, over 1,000 people will move from other states to Florida. Jobs and industries are rebounding, and so are the housing markets. It is no better time than the present to invest in quality real estate here. A safe and friendly place for your kids to play. A thriving hometown culture immersed in historic districts like no other. A place to turn a house into a home. Palmetto proud. Matthew Guthrie and Associates Realty.
Start of the fourth quarter. Second down for your Palmetto Tigers.
Now the Palmetto Tigers here have a second down and 14.
Hand off to Cam Houston.
Cam Houston with a long run, and he slides down very sportsmanlike. And here you are, you got your chance. You got your shot as a back. You got a 24-yard run to go for a touchdown, and showing great sportsmanship and sliding down at the 3-yard line.
And what I liked about it was a pretty good slide. So we watch it again. I mean, he hit the hole real hard and great blocking by the line. And just as soon as he gets to the goal line, slides into second base.
And what is ironic about this game, they're going to give all these as rushing losses on the new quarterback in the game. So he comes to the game. He's been anxiously waiting to get involved here, the sophomore. And he's just piling up statistical rushing losses just by kneeling the ball out in this series.
Well, the good thing, if the kids use the TigerVision video for their huddles, it'll show that it's 70-6. And so if anybody, when it gets looked at, that's why he had the negative stats. They were doing the sportsmanlike thing here, not running up the clock.
Yeah, and one thing about video on the young men, the student athletes out there, and this is really why you and I started doing this, Ken, because we don't want to get any player making plays on both sides of the field to get overlooked. And a lot of times you get bad film when you're looking at this. You're not going to get bad film when the crew is behind us here on TigerVision. It's presented by Connley Buick GMC.
No, if I was a college coach, I pulled that huddle up and just, wow. That's a broadcast cam there.
Now, the other side of that, all right, so as we run this one down, there's not a whole lot going on. He's going to kneel on the ball. The other side of that is the coaches love these young men enough. He hands the ball off, and he's trying to break out a tackle, big tackle at the end of that play by number 52. He continues to play, and that's Lucas Lim. Turnover on downs. But, as we wind this one down, Ken, our coaches, you have strategy involved in all that. You used to hide the film, the game film, and that's something they cannot do here at Palmetto High School when we're doing these games. No. There's so much film, clean film, but the coaches here think enough of our student athletes, to put this high-quality film out there, because a lot of guys would try to bury this,
Yes,
intentionally.
Don't show where you're showing too much.
Right. But when you love the student athletes, and it could tip what you may do here or there, but you love these young men enough that you just let it go. Now that ball's up in the air, tipped, incomplete pass. Clock continues to wind with the incomplete pass here. 8:30 remaining here in the fourth.
Trying to see who jumped up and deflected the pass.
I like, guess that's Glenn Davis in there. It's 5'10", 290-pound junior defensive tackle nose guard. He's creating havoc. It's time to get a good push, and they're going to get a first down out of that one. So first down, good run there by number 23, Daniel Trinidad.
So the Venice game is over. 50. Not the correct score. I think Venice has the 51. And
That's what we talk.
Riverview is slowly, methodically pulled away. Sarasota much improved, but just not enough to play with the Rams tonight.
Man, very nice run there by number 23. He's got good size. Daniel Trinidad. He's only a freshman, but he's 190. I mean, that's nearly a thumper out of a 5'10" height. I mean, that's a big back. It makes you wonder.
Yeah. He was one of the ones that if they were going to be effective tonight, he was going to have to be able to run the ball effectively. And the ability is definitely there.
Now he looks down the right sideline over to the left. He's being chased, harassed. Throws just out there safely. Hamlin, I guess, was back there and had stepped in front of the receiver. And I've noticed that with Colin. He has excellent drops out of his linebacker position. He does a good job. Now let's have a look in here to that Florida State game,
Florida
Ken.
State, yeah. It's fourth quarter. They're battling it out. 3-0 and 3-1. So.
Ends off this time, nowhere to go. And that's Hamlin coming across there and shutting it down. And number 50 here, also Jamarius J.T. Thomas doing a good job in there.
I'm so excited to get to see these kids play and get some quality snaps here and get a little film. And like I said, this is building some depth.
Parker fakes, throws the long ball down the sideline. Got a man, makes a great catch. I think he got a foot down there, Ken.
I think he did too.
I think he really did. We'll see that on the Arctic Air replay. Yeah, he did.
I thought looked like see him run the route. It looked like he was going to overthrow him.
Oh, it looks like he may not have maintained control of that one, but number 9, Jaden Hart.
They're going to give it.
Sophomore, 6'1", 160 with a great athletic play down the boundary.
Rice up and looking at the Jumbotron on the replay.
Man, that was a nice play. Nice fill there by – that's got to be Hamlin there, number 30 for the Tigers. Let's get a number on that. Maybe we'll pick it up.
Looks like the Rams held the Sailors out of the end zone.
If you need a ride, please contact your ride.
There's our those guys that you brag about a lot. We brag about a lot. Not him, but
yeah, but we love Bill. It's good to see him. He's always involved in dialogue over there.
Yes, he does a lot of things behind the scenes for our boosters.
So 4 minutes and 56 seconds here. Not a bad drive here, Palmetto.
There's our. There they are. They make the magic. Look at all those screens going on.
Don't go off of that shot, guys. We got to get back to that shot after this next play.
Yeah.
Big back in the backfield back there is Daniel Trinidad. They fake it to him, roll the right. There was a holding there in the middle. Now he dumps it to off, and Jaden Hart goes for a nice gain on the play, and he's got the first down. The ball's at the 10, now in the Heinz Ball red zone.
Yeah, they've been running. There they are.
Do you want to talk about a nightmare?
I mean, if I had the counter on here, you could count all the screens. I don't think I can do it. I don't think they see it, but that's a lot of technology going on there.
That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of CPU, and
that's incredible.
It is
incredible to those guys, and just basically the setup for a football game is if you want to do it right, you got to be the first one in the bar. We got to be the first one at the stadium, and you're always the last one to leave. But look at the shots that we get from the crew back there.
Yeah, this play has worked well for them with the quarterback. Going off to the right and, having his options. He's yet to try to run it, but they've had some success running that. that rollout to the right.
And
that's a shot. Somebody watching the game.
I'd be watching the game right now with my toes in the duet pools right now. You know that?
Yes, maybe he can get us a spa up here that we can hot tub.
Because it is, it has cooled off to 79 degrees here. This time he takes it, rolls to his left, and met by a host of Tigers there. Really no gain on the play.
The runner is brought down by a
Settle down.
Settle down. 3 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock here in the fourth. Clock winds. Great shot from the drone there from Doug's Hourly Muscle Movers and Packers. We're going to pack this one up soon. It's time to call Doug's.
Yep. You don't want to be, whoops, wrong one. I'll learn how to use this thing one day.
And that's, Ken, that's too much technology.
Too much tech. We're going to do that rollout play again.
Throws it incomplete pass.
Pass incomplete.
Get that off of there.
Jaden Hart brings up third down for the Eagles.
Third down for the Eagles. Third and goal from the 10. Let's see if we can finally break out that pylon cam tonight. Look at that shot of the Skyway Bridge looking over the horizon here. Tonight, the guys, just a beautiful job to see the beauty of Palmetto, a town that we love so much here, and just take in the sights of the town.
There it is. They came through.
There's the pylon cam. So let's see. He looks to his left. Oh, boy.
Oh, my.
And you got to throw the ball.
And that's a sack.
And that's big number 10, Glenn Davis.
Glenn Davis.
5'10".
Just
skinny look.
Destroying the offensive lineman, and then the quarterback having to suffer the consequences.
You got to get the ball out because you got a 5'10", 290-pound anvil coming down right in the middle of the field.
That's a great description for him, an anvil.
He looks, throws it out late. He's throwing for the back of the end zone. He's got a man out there. Good defense. No flag on the play. So that'll be a change of possession. 1st and 10. The Tigers are going to kneel this one out.
Yeah, good call by Gateway there. Almost made it into the end zone. At least you got to get it there to score.
Yeah,
here it's going to come right our way. You see the receiver.
Oh, there's your pylon can shot right there. That's beautiful.
Arctic Air.
Man, that is a shot that you're only going to see here from the pros.
So all we have to do is say the pylon cam, and it just magically appears.
You know who could do what we do, Ken, with all the technology behind us?
That ESPN or
no, anybody. These guys, their backs have got to be aching every week because they carry us through all of these. It's incredible.
They do. They have to. They're taking pictures of us. Scary.
So this one's winding down. A great night here at Harllee. Coming into the game late is number 90, Tyron Harris comes in there.
Gonna put him at a running back.
And he's just back there to protect the quarterback from any cheapies.
Yes. There was one earlier.
Yeah, well, I would.
Yeah, you put 90 in there, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's a good plan. I wouldn't want to get involved with that young man. Wow. And so that'll wind the clock down here. What a game by the Tigers. First time I've ever seen 70 points in a half, Ken.
Oh, yeah, definitely a record.
And then the great thing about it, having the composure just to kneel it out, the balance of the half. And that is the ball game here. We'll get down. Tom Porter's not here, so we probably won't have any Arctic Air interviews with Coach Sanders. And, yeah, so we will wrap this up very soon. Ken, let's talk about your observation of the game.
Well, Mission accomplished. District game, most important. You got to win your district games. Nobody. It appears that there were no injuries, so that's a good side. You had pretty much everybody anybody that dressed out probably got in the game tonight and got quite a few snaps. So they have an open week next week. They got 2 weeks to prepare for Lakewood Ranch, which is going to be, another big district game and a game that won't be like this. But it's a rivalry game, Manatee County game, so they're going to come geared up, and so they've got 2 weeks to prepare. So great night. They can celebrate this one, and then they can get ready for Lakewood Ranch.
Okay, as we look at Maurice out there on the field grabbing his lid, let's wrap this bad boy up. Tonight's final score from Harllee Stadium in Palmetto, Florida. The Palmetto Tigers. Well, here's your final stats. Let's read those out, and then we'll wrap it up, Ken.
Okay, the Tigers 175 yards on the ground, 204 passing yards. So pretty balanced on their approach. Very, very efficient. 10 of 16 throwing. Pretty much about 7 or 8 yards per rushing attempt. So total yards, only 379, but a lot of that's because they played on short field all night. But probably the best stat that you're pointing at, 5 penalty yards. All the coaches are going to be pleased with that. They kept their composure. Those 5 sacks also look good. But I'm sure that's what their coach is telling them now, Brian. But I know you want to close this out here.
Yeah, I'm just super impressed. And Nazir Pritchford and Maurice Carter and Jock Harris early on in the game when it was somewhat competitive, you saw the composure and the flipping the ball to the referees. All right, so we're going to try to get a camera on into Coach Sanders down on the field. So we might get a sound here. We'll listen here and see if we've got audio here from our field camera with Coach Sanders.
All right, hey, good job. Guys, we're 2-0 in the district, okay? 2-0 in the district. That's important, all right? Good job. We're heading into a bye week now. This bye week is going to be a work week, okay? This bye week is going to be a work week, so you guys better get that mindset right now. It's not going to be an easy week. We're going to lift 5 days, and we're going to practice hard, okay? Because we got too much to work forward to and to look forward to take any sort of gas off the pedal right now. We got to keep marching forward and getting better, okay? Good job tonight. Break it down. 2 by 2. Break it down.
Man, that was great audio from our camera out there. I just want to thank the guys for that, and a great look there as we wrap things up there. Nice to see Stefan Aristil waving this one off as we walk off with a huge victory. Let's wrap this bad boy up from Harllee. Tonight's score: the Palmetto Tigers 70, the Fort Myers Gateway Eagles 6. The Tigers are open next week, but will play at home again on October 10th versus Lakewood Ranch in another very important 6A District 11 game. Kickoff is scheduled for 7:30 p.m. Remember, that's October the 10th. Please be sure to like and subscribe, but keep in touch for any schedule updates or notifications by going to our YouTube landing page, TigerVision Palmetto. We again thank the #1 fans in the world for watching the often imitated but never duplicated TigerVision as presented by Connley Buick GMC. One town, one team, go Tigers.